Shukran. 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 Thank you.
Stroumboulopoulos, as he's often called, spoke with locals, visited food and cash distributions, and a school feeding program. Now, the war in Ukraine, inflation, and global supply chain disruptions have already wreaked havoc on food security in Syria. The UN is now reaching 5.4 million people across Syria with emergency food and nutrition assistance. And joining us now is the man himself, George Stroumboulopoulos. George, good to have you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Why did you go? Why did you do this?
It's an area that has a lot of need, right? And when we're picking a place we could travel with the World Food Program, we always want to go to the place where we can be the most effective and have the most impact. We went to Haiti, went to Pakistan in a really hot time as well. So this was an important moment. Syria is an important country. I feel like it's been forgotten quite a lot actually by the mainstream. So we just want to go there, shine a light, do whatever we can. Plus Syria, the World Food Program efforts there, Canada plays a meaningful role. So Canadian money goes there, Canadian taxpayers' dollars go there. We wanted to show people where it goes.
And when you got there, what were the initial impressions beyond the people, scarred landscape, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, this is it. What you'll see is that it's living two realities, right? Depending on who you believe, 40 or more % of Aleppo flattened, the other half still going, but you have energy shortages, winter coming, fuel shortages, which means no heat. So what you see is people trying to keep it moving, but there are a lot of hardships still ahead of them, for sure. The people are incredible there, and yeah, there's a lot of people that are in great need.
What do they tell you when you get there, either around the need or the day-to-day of how they survive in such a brutal in such brutal conditions?
But you get a real sense that people need the assistance, and without the assistance, it would be a much more traumatic situation, above and beyond all the trauma they've already experienced. The Syrians are a very resilient people. Frankly, one of the most incredible, resilient groups of people I've ever met in my life. And Syria is one of the oldest civilizations in the world, the cradle of civilization region, and you know that they will be okay ultimately, but they are one of those countries, like many in great need, where it's not them doing this to themselves. Right. So many outside countries playing a role, outside actors playing roles, and the World Food Program has to navigate a lot of that just to help people eat. You're talking about millions and millions of people food insecure in that country every single night. And then you have parents who have to make very difficult choices, take their kids out of school, put them to work, just so they can get some money and find food elsewhere. So school feeding programs are really important. So it's a country that's trying but needs help.
You talk about, you mentioned the idea that perhaps it's been forgotten. There's the war in Ukraine. We've seen the devastation in Yemen, other places. What do you want Canadians to take away from that, particularly as our tax dollars are going to help those who are in such dire need?
You know, it's, I'm loath to tell anybody what they should care about in this respect because there are so many areas of need. And I think, it gets coverage when it's in the news and we know what gets good coverage. So people will watch what they watch and they'll cover what they cover. But I think it's really important just to remind Canadians and everybody that we talk an awful lot about who we are as a people. And I'm a big believer that a country isn't in a state of stasis. We are an idea, a promise that we try to live up to. We have a lot of great values that we talk about in this country, and I love to see us live up to them. Canada has done great work. We want more. We want more work from the government and more work from the people because there's just so much need and it's actually making a difference. We saw the food being delivered, packaged, boxed, handed out at distribution centers, sandwiches being made, delivered to kids in schools. So the money is going to really important work, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to talk about it, posting it all on my social media, just trying to let people know this is still happening over there. People still need, and give what you can if you can, but countries around the world, we need them to step up too.
And for those who want to give, how can they do that?
WFP has all kinds of ways. You can go to WFP.org and you can do that. But on my social media, I have a link to our specific fundraising drive right there, which is just Strombo on social media. There's a Share the Meal app as well. There's lots of ways you can give. But really, the other part is just let the people know that you vote for, the people in your political sphere and realms of influence, that you care about this sort of thing. Because inherently, this country likes to give. We do really good work around the world, and it's just reminding them that get a little extra motivation that, hey, I'm behind you if you take care. We talk about how borders are arbitrary. Climate crisis affects people all over the world. International conflict, local conflict affects people all over the world. We have to be there for as many people as we can, and this is just one of those.
George Stroumboulopoulos, thanks for coming in.
Good to see you, bud.
Good to see you too.
Thanks, sir.